Take back the power. Boys, we got to take back the power. We've been without it for so long. If you're like me, I don't know if y'all feel like this, but I feel like my entire life was robbed from me. You know? I feel like everything's wrong. Finally, things are starting to be right, right? Found semen retention, and that has done wonders. It's been real eye opening. Been going down this whole sort of rabbit hole. And yeah, now it really now our lives really start, right? If you're on this path, now it's like your life actually starts. Your entire life before this, it was like a codeine dream, right? Like, what was that? What the was that? I look at my life now, not only am I absolutely furious about where I'm at and how I just how I let myself get to this point, right? But I'm furious at who I was. What was I do? What was I doing? What was I thinking? You know? And I do understand it's not lost on me that all of that is what helped me get here, right? Without all of that experience, I wouldn't have gotten to this point. I probably wouldn't have seen semen retention and been like, what is this? There's something here. It's like my eye like recognized it. It was like a, you know, like your eye like catches, like your eye will just catch something out of the corner of your eye. It like there's like a sparkle or like some sort of flash or bright color, like you just your mind just all of us, right? Your mind just caught it. Like what? Wait, what is this? What is this? It's like it chose you, right? Semen retention chose you. We don't choose it. And a lot of us had tough lives, like just crap lives, right? Just trash. just, it was rough, right? It was dark. It was rough for years. For years. Because you were not participating in the game. You thought you were the main character, and yet you were an extra. Or better yet, you were a member of the audience. You weren't even part of the movie. You were just watching everybody else do all the cool stuff, right? When you're thinking, man, I should be in there. I should be one of these. I should be doing all this cool stuff, right? But somehow, just life passed you by and it just didn't materialize. For whatever reason, all our best efforts went to naught, right? This is, we need to take back the power. I feel like all of society, it's just wrong, man. And we have the power through semen retention. We can be like a new man, like the next man, right? The next level of men. Hold men to a new standard. Let's set a new standard, right? The new class of men, right? How about this? How about we choose absolute, you know, we're just dogged in our pursuit towards virtue, towards balance, towards strength, towards objectivity, cold calculation, you know, high efficiency. You know, that's what men should be. We're not getting pulled by women. Women's bodies don't control us. We're a different breed, right? It's a different breed. That's what this world needs. We need a different breed of man. We need the next breed because the men today ain't cutting it. They're getting killed. And I do not mean materially. There are men that are materially successful, that materially they have it all going on. Materially, they have all the boxes checked on paper. But they are in relationships that they are getting absolutely emasculated, slaughtered, demoralized, demolished, obliterated by women, right? They don't think right. They still see women as like mommy. They still see her as she has much power as I do, maybe even more. They don't have the masculine energy built up within them. They don't have the drive. They're not pursuing something greater than themselves. They don't know who they are. They're not balanced, controlled within themselves. You know? They're not looking for a woman to just add to their life, add value. You are a part of my life. You help me. You are someone that, yes, I will cherish and I will obviously support. But this is my path. I am my own man. I do not need a woman. I do not need a woman to do what I need to do in this life. I do not need a woman, right? Yes, I would love a woman. I would really like that, but she has to uphold the standard that I'm upholding. She has to meet this standard. You know, she has to follow my example. This is the men that we need today. And it's not, you see how this just isn't what you see nowadays? I mean, we're genderless, we're sexless, you know? Women are divorcing the men in the droves, like 65% divorce rate, you know? Most of those are all by women, 85% or something is by women or whatever. Like just taking them to the shed and back. Like men, women do not respect men anymore, but kind of men don't really deserve women's respect anymore, if we're being honest. These women are a reflection of the men of the time. These women of the time are a reflection of the men of the time. Women are our reflection. And it's about damn time, bruh, that we change ourselves, that we do the hard things, right? We take back the power. Not like, we don't do it with, yelling and, belittling and, subjugation, right? We're not going to oppress them and subjugate them. We're not going to enslave them. We're not going to, beat them if they don't do this or beat them if they say that, or no, nothing like that. We're not going to take away their rights, right? We love women, right? We love women. But if we just focus on ourselves, it naturally will take back the power anyway. We are the more powerful sex. We are the more powerful sex if we just focus on ourselves. They don't want us to know that. They want us to get, tangled in their, webs of deception and beguiling, and, get into lust and lose our energy, and, be less powerful, less masculine. They want to get us, they want to take away our masculinity. They want to take us into an emotional world, belittle us, shame us, guilt us. Boss us around, try to get in your mind. But we ain't doing that no more. If you just as a man, if you just focus on yourself and being the absolute best possible version of a man that you could be, the most virtuous, the most balanced, the most disciplined, the most cold, calculating, driven man that you can be. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what field you're in. I don't care what your passions are. I don't care. I don't care what you believe in. If you focus everything into being the best you can be, no addictions, good habits, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, we are naturally going to be extremely powerful. We will naturally just take back the power. We will build up this masculine energy within ourselves in such abundance. All these men will have such an abundance of masculine energy within themselves. Women will have no choice but to just gawk in awe and just chase and hope to God that they can keep up, that they could have a place by our side. That they could contribute to what good we're going to do for the world. That's all we have to do. As men, all we have to do is just be way better than we are now. We are the new breed. It's a different standard. Lust, sex, is one of the biggest forms of control for women, period. It controls men. It is historically, for men, the biggest form of control. That's how we lose our power, right? Your lust is how you lose your power over time. It might not happen instantly, but it happens over years. Because of the scarcity of energy within you, you now operate with a scarcity mindset. Because you literally do have a scarcity of energy within you, which puts you in a fight or flight mode, which sends alarm bells throughout your mind, throughout your entire organism. You start to become a very stressed individual. You start to cherish external forms of energy more. You don't want to let them go because you're not good within yourself. You're not powerful within yourself. So you want other forms of energy to make you feel better. You start getting into alcohol, you start getting into weed, you start getting into nicotine, you start getting into porn, you start getting into, obviously sex. You start giving your woman more power. If you're in a relationship or a marriage, you start giving your woman way more power than you should. Because you're so drained of this energy, she's now making the decisions, right? You don't have the power in your voice. You don't have the confidence in yourself to tell her no, to be doing the right things, to lead by example, to make more efficient, more intelligent decisions than her, to just be such a powerful force that she just has to get out of the way because, oh my God, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. All this that you're doing, I love it. I love what you're about. Yes. What do you want to do? Okay, yeah, let's do that. Because you know what I mean? That's a man. That's a man. And it doesn't have to be, controlling. It doesn't have to be like, that real power doesn't need to control. Real power doesn't need to control. It just is powerful. It just leads by example, right? If you want to follow, great. If you don't, bye. That's it. That's it. It's all very simple. It's all very simple. There is no begging, there is no chasing, there is no negotiating, there is no nothing. It's just, yeah, this is the way it is because this is the best way. I know the best way, right? You as a man, you have to say, because of this abundance of energy within me, because of all the work I've done on myself, because of all the good habits, how good of care I take care of myself, this is the best way. I know the best way. I am the most efficient person in this room, in most rooms, right? I have the most energy. I have the most power in most rooms. So yes, it will be this way. And it's not, you don't even have to say it. That's the thing. It's like, you don't even say it. You just do you. You just do you. And if you got it, then you got it. You know, you can't fake it. You can't fake this stuff. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. You know? And yeah, you know, most people won't, likely in this day and age, you know, who knows what's going to happen, but most people are just they're dead. I mean, they're literally just lifeless out there. It's just drug addicted, you know, we're just medicated to the gills. Everybody's just zonked. Everybody's on something. Boozing, nicotine, weed, sex, porn, masturbation. Everybody's, you know, women are no exception. Women are struggling with this too. This is how we take back the power. You knew something was wrong your entire life. You knew it. You knew that there was just something don't feel right. I don't feel like, you know, I'm a man, but I don't feel like I'm affecting people like a man. Like, I don't feel like I'm participating in this game of life like a man. I'm not getting things done, right? Women are having more power over me than I like. Why am I so, you know, I remember, dude, I remember when I was younger, I used to just, I was lost. I would recognize how much power, you know, women would have over me. How much like I wanted their bodies, how much I wanted their attention, how much their criticism like affected me. Oh God, I look back at that now and I'm just like, I even at the time I had this sick like sort of intuition that like this isn't right. This ain't right. I'm not supposed to feel less powerful in a room with women. That's not, I just bit my tongue. That's not right. And it's not a knock on women. It's more of a praise of myself. I know that as a man, if I am all I could be, I am an extraordinarily powerful individual, and I don't think that women can keep up at all. They're just different. They're different in the ways that they get things done, that they think, that they operate. I don't think when a man is being the best that he can be, I just don't think that they can keep up, right? They have different proclivities, different drives, different motives. They value different things. Women are biologically different. They are going to be different than men. That's not like sexist. That's not crazy to say. That's not like misogynist. It's just obvious. We are clearly different sexes. We are entirely polar opposites. We are different polar opposites. You need both to make a new human being. Polar opposites. Women are going to be different than men. So women are not going to be like men, right? That's why I feel like if men really take back their masculine power, withholding their seed, being sexually disciplined, practicing all the right things, behind closed doors, right? Being better men internally as well as externally. If they're really doing that, women just they cannot keep up because they're not the same as us, right? They don't have this masculine energy. They don't have the drive. They don't have that potency, that power. It's not to say that women can't do amazing things. It's not to say none of that, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that a woman can't get ahead in her field. I'm not saying that women can't be exceptional people. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they are different than us. Generally speaking, they are different than us. And most of them are completely not even in touch with their femininity today because they have no men to force them into, not force them, but to inspire their submission. They have no men that really inspire submission, that where they look at and they just say, I have no choice, right? I want this man. So I'm going to submit. That is deep within a woman. I think it's deep within a woman. That is deep. But she only reserves it for the man that can inspire it in her. And I just think men today, they lack that quality. They lack that ability. They lack that capacity. Because men today are weak. Mostly internally, not externally. I'm not talking about the external. I'm not talking about how much money they have, what kind of car they drive, if they can provide for kids or whatnot. Yes, that factors into it, but that's not the real it, right? All that stuff falls apart. All this stuff, it loses its luster. It loses its, a woman can only be satisfied with that for so long. She needs more. She needs depth. She needs the man in here, right? She needs like who you really are. Do you have internal fortitude? Do you have the power to withstand her methods of control? Are you so focused on yourself? Do you know who you are? Do you have a path that you're blazing? That's what women are attracted to, Take back the power, boys. All right, that's it. That's the video.